so this is right-wing MAGA man, Michael Savage, who is no leftist and no critic of Donald Trump at all. Okay.
Greatest content creator of all time.
That is one
Best
funny
whoever did
motherfucker, man.
Best whoever did it.
Something's wrong. I know I shouldn't do this. I'm risking an awful lot to go up against this FBI, the MAGA FBI. Something's very wrong with what I just heard. I mean, I watched it. I was hoping that they had caught the bastard who shot Charlie. So we saw a video of a person jumping off the roof. It looked very legitimate to me. However, there was no rifle in his hand. Now, the Mauser does not break down very easily, incidentally, for those of you who know weapons. Something's wrong with the whole thing. They're trying to claim he removed the barrel from the Mauser and fit the receiver and stock in his backpack and barrel in his pants leg all in 2 seconds. It is not easy to remove a Mauser barrel or index it after reinstalling and remain accurate. We are not hearing or seeing reality. And by the way, the photo of the rifle allegedly left in the woods has the barrel installed. So we're supposed to believe a guy is on the run after killing Charlie Kirk, and he pauses in the woods to reinstall a barrel, and then he leaves it for us to find, the FBI to find. I don't believe a word of it. I shouldn't do this. I know I'm putting myself at risk, but I can't take it anymore. I can't take the bullshit from this fucking government. Is lying to us.
Fucking government.
Something's wrong. Something's so wrong. It's sickening. Look at this idiot. They found the rifle and they're getting the prints. Are you stupid? Are you that stupid? Are you that dumb? The man jumps off the roof. There's no rifle there. Oh, it's in his backpack. I just told you, moron, that this rifle doesn't break down that easily. And then it's supposed to be reassembled while he's on the run. Wait, I'll stop now and reassemble it and leave it in the woods in a box, wrapped in a towel. He left breadcrumbs. Oh, and the trans stuff on the cartridges. Bullshit. Something is wrong with this whole fucking picture. I am persona non grata in this White House. I will tell you right now, I flew with Donald Trump in Air Force One. I consider him close to me. I have not been able to get near him since this administration took hold. They have thrown me out. They've castigated, thrown me in the desert. They don't want me near them. They don't want real truth tellers near them. Sean Hannity, immediately, that pimp scumbag, goes on the air and repeats the government.
I love this, by the way. I love this right-wing, like MAGA-on-MAGA Civil War. I'm really here for it.
Lie, that lousy son of a bitch. How the fuck does Sean Hannity live with himself? Well, we just prove, and he had the, Sean, you know what? Kept animal. You're like a whore. Kept in a brothel. Sean Hannity, you've always been a whore in a brothel. You have hit a new low, Hannity, and
so good.
Something's wrong. Somebody killed this young guy, and everyone is asking who done it, and we're supposed to believe they think we're this stupid. So Kash Patel is there and he doesn't say a word, and Donald Trump's in the Yankee Stadium. What the hell is going on here? I'm just an American citizen who's been in the business of observing since I'm 18 years old, and I don't buy one word of this narrative, not one single word. So I'm going to end in a moment.
By the way, you know what his real last name is?
Michael Weiner.
Michael Weiner, yeah.
Is it really?
Michael Weiner, and he has a master's degree from the University of Hawaii in medical botany and medical anthropology.
Yeah, he's a botanist. He's written books on like natural medicine.
Yeah, really? From the University of California, Berkeley in nutritional ethnomedicine.
Yeah.
Right, that homeopathy.
Michael Savage Lear.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Bing Lear with Michael Savage.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
He's a Bronx Jew. My father's a Bronx Jew, but my father's like a very left-wing Bronx Jew. My father's like a communist Bronx Jew.
Right.
And this guy's like an arch-conservative Bronx Jew. But he has like the same mannerisms, the same way of speaking, and a very similar sense of humor as my dad. So I always thought of Savage as like the bizarro universe version of my father.
Could have been your father.
And like exactly.
Yeah,
So that always
is this true? His son is CEO of Rockstar Energy.
Yeah, his son founded Rockstar Energy. His son's like a billionaire. So, I mean, they got money, coming out the wazoo. So they're very wealthy because of that.
Apparently, he also worked for Timothy Leary.
Michael Savage did.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that, which is insane. But that's kind of what you were referring to, Brad, right? Impossibilities.
He touched on some of that, yeah, and just a variety of things that both literally physically don't seem possible or make sense, and then others that just would be possible but don't make sense.
Right.
In terms of like, why would someone change their clothes like 4 different times?
Right.
Like from 2 outfits going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. You could physically do that. It doesn't make sense. But then the stuff about like taking apart a firearm that would take like 10 minutes or more to take apart, and this person's doing it multiple times in like a handful of seconds. There was also discussion about, shortly after this shooting, there's a local airport that was a short distance, like 10-15 minutes away from where the shooting took place. And shortly after the shooting, a private plane took off from that airport.
Yes.
We've heard that.
Which I don't understand how that was allowed to happen.
Right.
If they
closed the
didn't shut that down.
airspace. Yeah.
But what made it especially eyebrow raising was that after taking off, this plane, I think it's illegal, basically turned off its like navigation, the way that it communicates with the tower for like
an hour.
Yeah. And then it like turned it back on. I don't know if that had been somehow that was shown to be not unrelated or something, or if that's still up in the air. I just thought it was very curious thing to
I also heard they threw him
is-
into an SUV instead of an ambulance. I'm not sure, but I've seen that before. You see a lot of these things, and it's hard to tell which are verifiable and which aren't, especially when everything coming out of the quote unquote trusted sources doesn't seem all that trustworthy.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's like really bizarre, is that we see this again, like Cox, who does seem like a mild-mannered, nice Republican. I guess the bar is like so low.
Yeah.
Well, it's Utah, Utah. How bad can he be? It's Utah.
Yeah. Anyone who's not like Stephen Miller just looks like such a prince. Like Aaron and I were doing Monday morning, and we had that Langford guy on. And we couldn't believe it. He looks so normal. This is a guy who's like awful and scary, and denied the election, and once like got mad at me because I said something about how he looked like a fetus at the Huffington Post, and he wanted them to take it down, but they didn't. But to their credit, major win for victory.